Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Skulls, and today I wanted to make a video on why your strategy doesn't work even though you're doing everything right. Now, one thing I've learned about trading for all these years, everything, and like I said, I'm not profitable yet, but I'm getting there, is that the strategy is never the problem. At the end of the day, trading either goes up or goes down. So it could be supply demand, supply and resistance. It could be trend lines. It could be whatever the case may be. If we're buying, we're buying. And if we're selling, we're selling. So the strategy isn't the issue here. The real issue is how you trade the strategy. Are you aggressive on the strategy? Are you patient on the strategy? There's multiple key factors that you need to keep in mind while trading a certain strategy. See, there's strategies that are better than others that will obviously get you quote unquote better win rates, but at the end of the day, you probably just got a crazy week of price action that made you a shit ton of money. But at the end of the day, is that do you actually know how to trade it? If for a week straight you straight up got 100% win rate, and then next week the strategy quote unquote doesn't work, it's not necessarily the strategy. It was just that you actually got a good price action and you were doing everything correct during good price action. But market is not always going to be rainbows and sunshine. So the thing that people need to understand is that strategy comes obviously with a plan. If you're trading 2% on a like you're trading aggressive on a strategy that requires patience, it could be bad. But maybe if it's a strategy that gets you a win in 5 minutes, that could be good. So it depends on the strategy, and there's ways to make it more efficient and less efficient, obviously. And this is why having a trading plan is always going to be the best thing. And a trading plan needs to resolve around your personality and the way you trade. If you're an impulsive trader, which you just, my bad about that. That was, what the hell? Something fell on my desk. But yeah, so if you're an impulsive trader and you feel like you need to press the button right now, having a strategy that gets you a quick decision on whether you need to buy or sell could be a better thing for you. So obviously there's strategies that are going to resonate with you, but at the end of the day, every strategy works if you know how to make them work. That's the real thing about trading. So one thing that I've seen people make a shit ton of money with trend lines. I've seen people make a shit ton of money with supply and demand. At the end of the day, it's not the strategy, it's the way you use it. And having a good trading plan is always going to be the best thing, because a lot of people forget this. If you have a 80% win rate strategy and you're taking 2 trades instead of one, let's say you already won, but you're being greedy, you want more. This could kill you. You know what I mean? You already got 1 trade, you're good, you close the charts. But sometimes people want to go for 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. There's no need for that. So a strategy is literally just a simple way of viewing the market to know if you're buying or selling at certain areas. Because at the end of the day, every strategy is you analyzing a certain pattern that you've seen multiple times in the market data from the past, prior to the day that you're trading. And you're trying to repeat those patterns in the market and get a good little scalp, a good little buy, or a good little sell. It doesn't matter. So you're just repeating a certain cycle, a certain pattern inside of the market. So if you're able to know your limits, okay, I'm taking 1 trade. I'm completely waiting for these 3 confluences. I'm having a structure. This is what makes you money. Because if you open a chart, this is on a long-term, a long-term ideology, right? Sorry. So you're opening the charts. You have this strategy. It's super good. You're looking at the charts. This looks nice. You get in, you lose money. You get in, you lose money because you're being impulsive. But the strategy is good, but you're just buying, or selling, or you're buying. You're not following your rules, right? Yeah, sometimes you'll make 1,000. Sometimes you'll make 100. Sometimes you'll lose 5,000. Whatever. But if you're able to follow your rules and even if you're losing one day by following your rules, right? Let's say that the strategy is a 60% win rate in a good week, right? 60% win rate. you're following your rules, eventually you'll be able to understand, okay, Wednesday market is terrible for my strategy. It always does these certain weird stuff. Or maybe New York is better for my strategy. Or following your rules is going to make you be able to step away from charts, have another perspective, and be able to kind of identify what is good and what is bad in the market with your strategy. But when you're just buying and buying and buying and trusting the whole entire strategy, this is where you cannot be able to focus on the real errors the real mistakes that you're doing, because you're just buying and selling and buying and selling. But when you're really taking a step back and actually understanding, okay, I'm following my rule today. I'm taking one trade. I wait 9:30 and I wait for a break of structure. If you do it every single day, you'll eventually understand that on Friday market is slow. I'm not trading Fridays. Or on Fridays I need to aim for something higher. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not going to be general, but you're going to be able to make something in your mind, and then you'll be able to optimize your entries, optimize your confluences, your strategies, what you're looking for in the market, because every day is different. But in these different markets, you know, the times and when it creates a fair value gap or when it creates the breaker structure, at the end of the day, it's the same pattern. It's going either up or down. So after like a month of following your rule and understanding your strategy correctly, you'll be able to understand stuff that you weren't able to understand because you were just buying impulsively. So following your plan, and the plan needs to be pretty good. You need to wake up at that time and look at Forex Factory for news. Then you need to mark out whatever analytical, whatever technical analysis you're doing, sorry. And you need to understand what you're looking for in the market. And are you gonna go big, or are you gonna go, and try to follow the market as much as possible. I feel like one thing that kind of held me down a lot in trading was going against or predicting market. So let's say market was straight up crashing. I would wait for it to crash, get at a certain level, and then buy. Bro, it's trading. We're not trading crypto. It's not crypto. Crypto, yes, you wait for it to dip and then you buy. But this is trading. You can make money when you sell. So if the market's going down, you want to be selling as well. And I feel like my strategy personally is like a strategy where I'm looking for what market wants to do. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the best thing. You want to trade with the market and not against it or wait for it to get to a certain level. Because let's say you're waiting for market is at, let's say, 2,500, and you're waiting for market to go to 2,450. While market is crashing down, I'm in a sell and you're waiting down there. So you just missed out on a whole entire play. So being able to ride the wave, like we say, is the best thing. And yeah, so at the end of the day, telling you, if you're a trader and you want to know what is going to bring you to the next level, telling you, having a good base structure, having a good plan, and focusing on the plan and making smarter moves, following the market, and working on your psychology. I'm telling you, I literally did a challenge with two other of my friends, no, three. And the challenge was, for 30 days, we need to not break a single rule. Otherwise, we own somebody in the group an account. And I'm telling you, bro, I was before that, I was revenge trading, and I lost $500 one day, and I was like, I can make it back. I closed the chart so damn quick. It's ego, but it's a challenge that I put against myself, and it's making me disciplined and being able to detach my emotions from the market, because there's always going to be a new opportunity. And that new opportunity, if I'm being smart, I can make 2, 3, 5, 6, 7x easily. So being able to focus on your plan. The plan is the most important thing. I'm telling you, not revenge trading, taking good A1 setups that make sense, knowing when to get in the charts and knowing when to get out of the charts. Best thing ever. Don't just buy to buy. Don't just sell to sell. Create a good plan and you'll get there. Anyways, see y'all later, boys. Peace out.